then do you know what we do? When we send emails, we don't just send them an email, we'll send them a YouTube video talking about what it is. So the CEO reads the email, he doesn't just read it, he goes and watches a YouTube video. Then he sees me talking about the solution. It's easier. Then how many emails does he get? He gets 2,000, 2,000 emails a day. What's going to separate my email from everyone else? But that's when that comes in, the brand. We just had a CEO partner come in and he's just put out a new book. It's called Unleashing the Mysteries of Female Orgasms. Crazy, right? But his goal is to sell 1 million copies. And he can't do that without a personal brand. He can't do that without putting himself out there every single day to solve the problems for the people that deserve. And that's what it's all about. How are you putting out content to build your brand so you can stand out, so you can write a book, you can be a speaker and open up revenue streams around what you love and the problems you solve. I'm Sugira Rubasha, CEO of ETS Rubasha Media, and I'm looking to connect with real estate professionals, directors, CEOs. Thank you. AI agents, I was really intrigued because I feel like that's also a great topic I hear on the YouTube and AI agent. It's quite a lot of information. So yeah, I'm intrigued. So you're telling me they had all these hires, and then they said, well, we need to lower this expenses, 1.5 million in wages. So then they got an AI to.
Yeah, they can replace like entry level. Maybe they call it level 1 or level 2 IT help desk.
Yeah, the entry level.
The level 1, especially level 1, just answer some simple questions. If the question is complex, they will transfer to technician.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Think about how much money you save. So you pay for the AI or for your service.
Yeah.
Is it an ongoing? Is your business like reoccurring revenue, or you just come in once to a business? So like your business, like that client, do they have to pay every month for the service? Okay,
yeah, every month, because we still need to maintain.
Develop it.
No.
How many do you have on your team?
Two of them.
Are they all here in Australia
Here.
or in Australia?
In Sydney.
So just two of you guys.
Yeah.
So he's the one who's the service delivery, just maintaining and making sure for all the clients.
Yeah,
it's good.
Especially the server.
So can he take on as many customers as possible?
Yeah.
And how long have you guys been doing it?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
And how many clients or?
Around 10.
10.
Yeah.
Are they bigger companies or small to medium businesses?
Currently, we focus on the medium to large size.
I think it's very powerful. What about in sales? Is there an AI role for sales?
Yes. Actually, our voice agent can make a cold call, but in Australia, I don't want to touch that.
But it's too obvious, no? Because the only reason that's a good topic that we're just talking about, because one of my clients also said that as well, that she could tell it was an AI. Because I was also doing cold calls myself, and that human ability to be able to be, I don't know, I was thinking, because even me, I'm thinking as I scale, I need to replace myself doing these calls. It's not going to need me doing these calls. So I'm thinking, okay, who will I, about training someone. But then I look at AI, but I said, can AI replicate that? If it can replicate what I just do, then hey, show me an AI that can replicate me on the phone, I will hire that.
And with a local Italian accent.
No way. And it worked?
Yes.
So the AI voice replicated his voice?
Yes. Not his.
Not his?
Italian accent.
An Italian accent.
In America, in New York.
So maybe if they think an Italian person, Rolex, and it's a good accent, it's believable maybe? Wow.
But it's like your branding, your personal branding,
I think it's true because all these companies now, I think that's why I said this business that you're in, I think it's the right business. It's reoccurring. It's reoccurring revenue, number one. Number two, it's a growth. Everyone is going to... those big companies are sitting right now and saying, how can we save 1.5 million in wages? And people, your AI agent, you don't have to deal with being sick. You don't have to deal with this happened, this
weekend,
weekend,
holiday,
holiday,
yes,
sleeping on.
yes, yes.
No,
Yes.
they pay the reoccurring thing,
Yeah, yeah.
and you have the AI to do
Yeah.
it.
The boss, the owner is so urgent to ask me to then try to deployment one day early, please, please. But the manager, they don't want very fast. They need to fire the help desk.
Yeah.
So they said, okay, okay, okay. I said, "Oh, right, please give me your
I
yeah.
need it. So let me ask you, what's your goal for the next 5 years, 10 years? What are you trying to achieve?
I'm not too sure, but if you ask me this question like
Mm.
1 year ago,
Mm.
I just maybe I can only focus on Australia or plus New Zealand. But now I can expand to the whole world. From next week, I will promote to United States.
How?
I can reply. I can apply a local phone number
Mhm.
in America,
Mhm.
and I can scrape all the IT companies in the United States, scrape their emails. I can send.
Mass
Yeah,
emails.
yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Very good
Also,
idea.
I can ask the AI to like translate into Spanish, Japanese. Yeah, that's
And it can write an email.
yeah, yeah,
Man, that's so good. That's so crazy.
yeah.
I think that's smart. Also, what about if you ever thought of running ads?
Not yet, not yet.
You have LinkedIn,
Yeah,
LinkedIn,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Facebook.
yeah, yeah.
I think people asleep. Well, it depends. Medium to large companies, would they be on Facebook? Yeah, the I think Facebook. The admins, the HR people.
Yeah.
You know, because who is your customer? Like when you approach a company, who do you email? You don't email the CEO. You would email
No,
the.
I email CEO.
Also, you go direct to the
Yeah,
CEO.
because CEO want to reduce their cost. For manager, they don't care the payroll.
Yeah,
But for
yeah.
CEO,
So
it's
you
exactly.
go directly, and the CEOs are always checking their emails.
Yeah, yeah.
Always.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I think you're in a very, very good position. I'm just thinking what I would do. I like this because even, yeah, maybe let's talk because that could be something now. Well, okay, well, another thing we do with our clients,
Yeah.
we don't just have them as clients. When we refer their business, we take commission.
Yeah,
You
no
know what I
problem.
mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
because of my clients are also just CEOs,
Oh,
those
okay,
who our
okay,
clients are,
okay.
now if that conversation
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
came up,
yeah, yeah,
then it's like, oh, da da da,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
now we can be earning
yeah,
commission.
yeah,
But I think with social media,
yeah,
it's finished because people are looking for this information. I see this stuff all the time.
yeah.
If
Oh,
I was a partner in this business,
yeah,
what I would do,
yeah,
you have your guy doing the maintenance.
yeah.
My job would be build the. I would be podcast. I would be doing all of that.
Oh, okay.
That's how I will get the best clients.
You mean you try to let everyone know, right?
Yeah, I would just market.
Yeah,
I would just be speaking about
okay.
this thing.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
how many people we can save money, da da da.
Yeah.
And then do you know what we do?
Yeah.
When we send emails,
Yeah.
we don't just send them an email.
Uh-huh.
We'll send them a YouTube video
Okay.
talking about what it
Okay.
is. So the CEO reads the email.
Yeah.
He doesn't just read.
Okay.
He goes and watches a YouTube video.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
he sees me talking about
Yeah.
the solution.
Okay.
It's easier.
Yeah.
Then how many emails does he get? 20. He gets 20, 100, 2,000
Okay.
emails a day.
Yeah, yeah.
What's going to separate my email
Okay.
from everyone else?
Yeah.
But that's when that comes in,
Okay.
the brand.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's like I said, your business, you can take clients from anywhere,
Yeah.
America,
Yeah. When I talk with my partner, they also feel.
even like you see me, I'm here with my iPhone.
Yeah.
Then I get this content, and it's not maybe the best quality. Of course,
Yeah.
I have good quality, but
Okay, yeah.
but it's still, if it's adding value to the
Uh-huh.
customer,
Okay.
it's gonna be good.
Agree.
But yeah, good. Get good quality.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I would think about getting content.
Yeah.
Once I have content,
Yeah.
keep doing your emails.
Yeah.
Email. Call.
Yeah, yeah.
At the same time, I would also think about running ads.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's now thinking about getting 100. That's from 10 where you are now, 10 to 50 to 100 to 150. Is you can even do that by doing what you're doing. But to scale,
Yeah.
ads,
Yeah.
because you reach, now you're reaching the whole world.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think That's how you guys, because it's so scalable. You guys can take on 20, 30 clients now, or you have to. Right now, can you take on many clients? Many clients come in? No.
Just started.
Okay.
Because
So you have to go.
before we only focus on our production developing. Now our production is mature, is stable. So in the future, we will focus on marketing.
Cool. All right,
Okay.
we're gonna go from there. Really
Okay.
nice to talk to you. I'll keep your card, huh?
Okay.
Really good.
Okay.
Cold calling worked phenomenal. Called people, 10 people, 20 people a day, numbers game, right? Last brought in 2 new clients, like expanded the revenue dramatically, where I've got to a point now where I don't even have time to call, maybe just because we just onboarded the new ones. I really want to kind of serve them really, so I haven't even had time to get on the phone and call, because, even with capacity that we have, calling CEOs, So what do I do now? What would you say my next step is? Where it's like, okay, maybe now I'm looking, okay, maybe schedule 1 to 2 days to get back on the phone. Tell people that we have a cohort in September, because we're still, we're getting on a lot of work, and so, yeah. So what would you do now? Because I wanna get to $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month, but I can't scale too quick. So yeah, what would you suggest?
So when you say cohorts, do you have like programs you're running? Like, are you running as a program, or are they ad hoc? Like, as they come in, or how do you? Because we've never dealt in that kind of level of detail before.
Yeah, so it's like how they're coming in. So for example, we've already got, okay, let's say we have 3 clients in the back that we've been serving, and then now 2 have come in, and now with an extra 2 coming in, it puts in a lot of work. So then we say, okay, we can't take on a client now. Maybe we can take them in our next cohort in maybe August, or we're reaching more in September. So when I'm speaking to people now, I'm saying, hey, look, we're a bit full right now at capacity, but you can pay a deposit for September. We got 1 who said they agreed, but they haven't sent the money yet. And that's kind of our sales approach right now. 1 who's come in, I said, okay, let's look at August potentially, but they could come in September.
If I were to ask you, like, how many clients could you be servicing effectively at any point in time? Like, at a single point in time, like, you 5, 10, like, how many?
Great question. So let's say getting 3, I could say, like right now, how many could we serve at one time? I could say 7, 7 to 8. We're at a good number of 5 with, and then like we have 1 client now, they're upselling to like because they have 2 businesses. So they say, shit, you guys are doing so well, 1 other business. So boom, it kind of increases revenue with just that 1 client. So that's kind of like an extra. But let's say at one time 7. Let's say 7, without bringing on another editor.
Yeah. Okay. And how's the service delivery? Is it mainly you? Is it someone else in your team? Who's doing that?
So I'll have an editor who'll do the podcast, or I have the editor do a podcast. Then I have a social media team who posts the content for the client. Then I have an assistant who helps with the emails, and then I have another person who's doing the client acquisition, so going out and reaching out to the CEOs by messaging. I still do a little bit, way more of the strategy. I still sometimes do the posting for certain clients. Now what we're adding in our business, which could change the game, is running ads. I've discovered how to run ads for companies, so I'll be running ads, which is another revenue stream and ad layer. So yeah, so mainly editor, social media person, then on my side, client acquisition and stuff like that, then an assistant.
Yeah. How much are you charging these guys on a monthly basis?
So let's say, for example, 2 new clients. Those were the high ticket clients that we onboarded.
Yeah. So you're saying you could max it 7 to 8, maybe,
Yeah.
so about 20K?
Yep, 70K. So 7 to 8 with, let's say, for example, 2 at 2.5, 1 at 1,600, 1 at 8 to 400. Yeah, kind of.
Okay. And you got a team. We'll need to delve a bit deeper. There's something about your operations that is not as scalable as I would like. There's something there. Because if you're telling me you need 4 or 5 guys to say 7 to 8 and cap out, that tells you something's not scalable. Not as efficient as it could. And I'm not in a bad way. It's just but that puts a real cap ceiling on what you could do.
So you're saying that I should be able to take way more people
I would say have to think about with once again this is just a 10-minute conversation. I don't have enough time to go down, but it would be worth having to think about can we scale? Is there a way that we can scale or streamline some of this, right? So for example, is there a way to deliver the service that's still effective, but that you could do 20 clients at a time, right? Like you're basically you're an agency, right? So an agency is always thinking about how do I maximize, like if I'm an ad agency, the reason why a lot of companies like being ad agencies is you've got three guys, but because everything's being done through Meta and Google and stuff, they're just setting up the ads and stuff. Some of these guys, three clients have 50 clients, and each client's spending maybe 100K. They're taking the revenue clip. Boom, they're laughing. So is there a way to structure these guys into a program of some sort that you can rinse and repeat and deliver a lot more cost effectively or efficient? I wouldn't say cost effectively, it's more efficient, like just I don't know.
But like if I think about it in terms of taking 20 clients, 50 clients at one time, I would need to add more editors. Or are you still saying that still how can you see with what you have right now, because an editor can't take on
Yeah, well, so then that's good. That tells me. So is it the main? If you were to ask me, is the main obstacle would be the editor part? Would that probably be the main?
That's a big role because the editor gets the video, we get the video of the client doing a podcast, and the editor's the one has to. That's the product that they're looking and they're saying, wow, we love.
And that editor, I presume your particular one you've trained kind of to do.
Yes.
How would it be to train another one?
We already have another one. He's good, but potentially unreliable at times. So like I'm a bit like kind of 60 But I'm also that's what I'm looking at now is to how can I bring on more people.
Or you work with like not necessarily Rob, but someone like a Rob, like, who has a team of editors you can access, train them all, here are the ways to do it, on a contract basis, and just funnel. Then you kind of go, you can scale up as quickly as you want, reasonably speaking, and it becomes someone else's problem. So that's another way to think about it, potentially. So it's kind of block. So my concern for you, I remember one time you said at your pitches, you want to be a multi-million, $100 million business, right? You're not going to be able to do that if you cap out at 8. That's not going to turn you into a $100 million business. What you need is to be able to go, I can bring on 10 clients a week and it still wouldn't be a problem. That means that you need if the main roadblock is the editors, then you need a way that you can bring on editors really quickly, and good ones, that can. So I would say now training them yourself is one way, and you probably always want to have an in-house team of your own. But in this kind of case, this is kind of when we start thinking outsourcing or partnerships, collaborating with someone else, where they have a pool of these kind of editors that you can just tap into.
Then I could be like, here's this client. Because what I did is I got my best editor to get given, like I get all of our team members to put in an SOP. So I say, every one of you guys submit your SOP. So the editor has done an amazing SOP that if he was to give to a good editor, like you're saying, we know good quality, that they could look at it and they'll be like, boom, 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 and be able to deliver.
If you manage, let's say Rob, let's use Rob for example, pretending that, and he goes, I've got 5 editors that I've worked with over the years, I know them really well, they're really good, and then your editor just spends half a day training them on what to do. Now you've gone from 1 editor to 6, right, that can ready to go. Right? That means you could go out and go, man, I got to bring in another 10 guys, 10, 15, you're good, you're solid. And that's how you scale. Now that 7 and 8 is no longer the problem. The 7 and 8 is going, I can do 80. And these guys are all contracts, so you only pay them when you got work. You're not taking any risks. That gives you scale.
So how do I balance like for example, this month we've got new client come in, now they want to upsell, So I've been, they want a lot of calls, a lot of meetings, they're like paying $400 a month. Now we'll get them to pay $4,000 if they bring in their,
Yeah.
that's one thing, and it's being in the trenches there a little bit. As I said, I have the team doing the editing, but I still have to be the director of that. And then with us now, which is my next question, so kind of managing that, so I can go back to calling.
Yeah.
Do I schedule days in the call because?
So that's also another reason for this program. It eventually allows your in-house editor to eventually step up to be more of a lead. So they're managing editing team. They're directing. You don't need to get involved in that anymore. You can just focus pure on business development. You're bringing new clients in. Once they're onboarded, you hand them over to your team and let them do the thing. And you're just making conversations all day long. That's what you're doing. So that your team now has the experience. They can start stepping up into more of a team leader role. Now that itself brings its own set of challenges, HR challenges, all that kind of stuff. That's where Teresa can help you kind of or not. But yeah, you want to start lifting your team up from purely just doing to also kind of leading and managing their piece of being able to manage your whole team of editors. So your editor going, you're the good one. You know the shit inside and out. You know what works. Give you a bit of testing ground. Train 2 or 3 other guys. They're just contract. So if there's no work for them, I don't have to pay them. But they're trained up on what they need to do. Guide them. And then now, can you also then see if they can step up into a more of a strategic kind of role, like yourself, and then that frees you up from having to do any of the delivery work. Like for my own agency, I don't do any of the delivery work. I have teams that do that. I just talk to clients, sell them on it, and then off you go.
And then onboard.
Yeah, onboard them. Once I onboard it, I hand over the team, and then not that I don't care. I'm just watching what's going on.
You're the owner. You're
the owner. Yeah, but then I'm just watching what's going on. As long as everything's happening, okay.
Clients are happy.
Clients happy.
Do you meet with the clients, like have check-ins with them and stuff?
Still do the check-ins.
How often?
Once a month, or depending on your client, maybe once every 3 months. All right, but
Once every quarter.
That's a quick conversation. If everything's happy, cool, half an hour, So obviously you still need to allocate a little bit of time for that, but that's not, Look, let's put it this way. If you've got 80 clients and you're going, man, I'm spending all my time doing check-ins, I'll go, cool, but you're probably making then at that point, you're turning over 200, 300K a year. Well, you're on your way. Like, it doesn't matter. At that point, you're fine. You don't care. So I think that's kind of so I'm looking at what's the bottleneck for you right now? Like, how do we break that? And if you're telling me it's the editor part, then I think thinking about how can you outsource and build something around that, so that it's not all depend on one editor. But that's also key person risk. Well, you say you've got 2 editors, one is not dependable. That means everything sits on your main guy. What happens? Something happens to him or her.
That could even be the whole business.
Well, then you're fucked, right? Whereas if you train them, train them to train others, now you've at least got a whole team. If they're all contractors, you don't have to pay them. You take no risk at this point, but you know that your guys can and also take some of the load off your own guy as well too. Because now they're managing. They'll do some of the work sometimes, but they're managing. But you can also scale. So they give you.
So I either bring that in-house, in
in-house.
terms of finding people,
So maybe the first 1 or 2 you bring in-house, so you have a bit of a core team, and then the rest of it you outsource and contract out to other folks, right? And I think that will be because there's always video editors looking for work anyway.
Always.
They're always looking for work, so that's not a problem.
Always.
So you just say, here's the method. I want you to follow this particular method. I'm happy to kind of, if you do a good job, I'll give you a regular stream of work.
Regular stream.
All right? My guy will give you direction. Happy days. There you go.
So my job's also now to get back on the phone.
And then you can focus on.
And
then eventually you train your editor so that they know how to look for you guys.
Yeah.
So, because the first couple of basic practice with them, get a feel for it. Once they know what to look for, they'll be able to keep on going ahead. Hey, Sugira, I think we need another guy. Cool, go for it. Yeah, I've got 5 new clients. I've got 5 more clients coming in the pipeline. About to come in. Your lead editor will go. We're at max. You need more. Okay, you know exactly what to look for. After you guys. Cool. Happy days. So you're literally you're feeding the pipeline. That's all you're doing. You're just updating the team. You keep the team updated. What's coming down the pipeline, and then let them manage it from there. Beautiful. That means you now have time to focus on the only thing that matters, which is growing your
client acquisition. And that 20 to 30, 40 clients at a time, that allows me now that financial freedom can go anywhere in the world, travel.
No, exactly. Because the problem is, yeah, exactly. If you go, I'm cap out at 7 or 8, well, then you're always going to be spinning the wheels. You're never, and you'll be struggling. How do I take it further? I can't because I hit that 7 or 8. And I'm busy trying to manage all that.
Manage and service.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to break to that point where you go, yeah, I've got 50, 80 clients. I can travel the world just finding new clients. And you can even I'm having a holiday but really doing business at the same time, whatever you want to
Facts.
mix it all up. And the team just went, okay, great. He's got another client, another client, another client, another client. We know exactly what the process is. We've got a whole team ready to go. The team can also expand by itself. Happy days. You go there.
So cool. Yeah.
Right. If they look like they're about to break, that means slow down a little bit. Give your team a bit of time to catch back up.
Yeah.
Right. But that's also another reason why I say, use the lead editor. It's a good example. We're not just training him to train other people. We're training them to actually be able to recruit other editors as well, so that they can autonomously go, okay, well, Sugira's told me there's 5 more clients coming down the pipeline. That means we're good. I'm good to now go and find another editor because it's going to be paid for. We're all good. There you go. Sweet. They'll autonomously do it. Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on, so 2 last questions before we get out of here. Okay, so the first question, I'd also now have to think, there's certain clients who need me in person, which I don't mind coming and being there in person because like the clients become family, but I also have to scale out of that. Is finding a person in Sydney or wherever the clients are, if even maybe that can go in there and film them for their event, and then the second question would be, even now being on sales and say, okay, look, even if I can find a partnership or other editors, can I still do that? Look, we can onboard you in August, September, but collect deposits.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so the second option is not a problem. Like that one really good. People do that all the time. They take deposits up front just to secure your placement, right? So that's not a problem. The first one is more around having someone look. So you might definitely in due course set up like obviously if it's for an event, it's not a thing you need a production dude. But if anything, what you're really talking about is an account manager, right? Someone to kind of do your role. Just manage existing clients, just keep the relationship going where you can't be there all the time, and that's perfectly fine. Like if you're doing 20, 30, 40 guys, you can probably afford a good account manager.
Because I'll get one in Australia.
Yeah, just get one locally who go look. And you say to them, if you can find new business, great, but your job is to maintain the existing clients, keep them happy, make sure they're all complete, and then upsell them. Right, so that's essentially why we call them account managers. They're managing the account, whereas you become new business. Right? You focus on new business. Eventually you might get to a point you also get someone else to help you focus on new business. But I think new business is harder because they don't know you. Yeah, right. So that's why it needs you so much so far. Account management, they're already part of it. They're already a customer. They're already a customer, so it's easier to manage.
Yeah, easier to manage. Checking in on them, having meetings, even getting them on the podcast.
Yeah.
Things like
just
that.
remind them because like anything, right? Clients get busy, they forget about things, they get caught up in other things. So you just want to have something to keep on, so something to keep on top of.
Man, I'm gonna come back, check in with you, this will be a great story. People are witnessing. Thank you so much.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're gonna love that one.